Hi, I'm Laura Blumensteel. Today we're going to talk about why your estate planning attorney asks so many nosy questions about your assets. There is a good reason for that. We're not just curious or looky-loos about your asset structure. It helps inform our meeting with you to know your asset structure. Certain assets need to be handled in different ways, and if we don't know that you have, say, a 401k, we can't give you advice on how to title that 401k, whether to put it in a trust, and such. The other thing is we need to know your full asset structure so that we can determine whether we need to talk about tax planning. Right now, there's a very, very high exemption amount, but some people that come to see me are in danger of paying estate tax. And so if I know that they are in danger of paying estate tax because I know the full extent of their assets, we can do some planning to reduce or eliminate the potential for estate tax. Another reason we want to know this information is because some assets have a nature that we need to discuss whether we need to keep this as separate property if we're talking about a joint trust with a married couple, say an inheritance. You may want to keep that separate so it does not become part of your marital property, and there are ways to do that. There are other assets that may jeopardize governmental benefits, and we need to talk about that and be aware of that. Let's say, for example, you collect cars. You just love fancy cars or antique cars or, whatever pulls you to them. I'm not a car person, but I have a lot of clients that are. And so they come in and they're like, well, I've got 9 old-timey cars that I want to pass on to kids. Should I put them in my trust? Should I not put them in my trust? And my response is almost always do not put them in your trust for a number of reasons, which I have discussed in another video. But that would be something that, knowing that you have that asset, I'm going to talk to you about how we avoid probate with, say, those vehicles without putting them in a trust. So that would be important information to share. Another reason we want to talk about your assets, and this is a big one for a lot of people, is we want to talk about capital gains. If you have a highly appreciated property, we may handle that property differently than we handle, say, an investment account. I hope this helps reassure you that when attorneys ask for a detailed financial picture, we're not doing it to be intrusive. We're not trying to offend you or make you uncomfortable. This is so that we can best serve you, because we can't do a good job drawing up an estate plan for you if we are in the dark about certain assets. Thank you very much.